I'm warning you, this is by far the worst blaster I have ever used. I mean, you can already tell how terrible this is by the fact that I've already done modifications because of these awful ergonomics. I forgot the little sight during that little intro bit there. The Siren Maulr is a blaster boasting of unmatched performance, a perfect design following lots of research and development. If only that were true. Because with the maulr, nothing comes close to being this terrible. There is one feature to the maulr that does set it apart from the rest. Even if it, completely sucks in its own ways, there is something it has that most blasters do not. And that's this giant switch right here. Most people would say this little switch right here, but no, they have to make it a giant switch, which you have to squeeze both ends to move back. We can just push it forward freely. Can't have anything nice here, can we? Now what it does is it actually affects how powerful the blaster is. I think the furthest front is, they call it fast, and then that's faster, and that's fastest, or weaker mode, and then slightly in between, and then most powerful. I don't know. It's kind of a pain to use, and from what I understand, the blaster doesn't work very well at the lower levels. Also, this trigger is awful. Take a listen to that. Yeah, and it feels really terrible to use. I don't know if this is mine. It's just mine where the trigger's that terrible. There's also a safety buried under this attempted at fixing the grip. But we don't really need that, because who needs to be safe? The blaster comes with a 10-dart magazine, which is far too low capacity, but is compatible with some other mags. The forward priming grip is way shorter than I expected. That's what she said. And the main grip is very boxy. I tried to fix this, as you can see, but the blaster is still worse than a Nerf deploy. Seriously. On top is a Picatinny rail, which is slightly too far forward for my scope to work on it. I'm sure there is an optic that could work fine. Much better than these two useless pieces of plastic it gives you instead. The stock is a pain to use. It makes this truly one of the least ergonomic blasters I have ever held. To the recording of this, something worse may come, but let's hope not. In addition to all of this, Siren also tried to reinvent the half dart with these, which are apparently so terrible that they only came with the maulr, because they realized that these kind of suck. See, there's one big flaw with them straight off the bat. If you hit an object, like a wall or something, from too close, the thing will completely disassemble itself. And, well, this thing looks cool, it's also really inaccurate. And weirdly enough, it's actually pretty much solid, though. They have these little, pegs that stick out the back there, which I haven't figured out what they're for. But unlike a normal dart, like this Adventure Force Pro Dart, I think that's what this is. I don't know. Yeah, that's hollow inside, which is completely different. And let me tell you, this is a lot more accurate than this. Which reminds me, it's time for that firing demo. Welcome to the firing demos. So today, we're of course shooting the Siren maulr. Stupid name, easy to forget. Today we're shooting one Siren dart because I lost the rest of them. Followed by this handy dandy mag of, what are these, X-Shot Pro darts. Which I can guarantee you are going to be far more accurate. And that target is getting wore out. You can barely tell what it says. Hang on. Stuff in the camera. Yeah, there, that fixes it. Starting off with one Siren dart. Oh my god, that prime is awful. And that was on the lowest power setting. Well, I might as well try the next power setting up. I think we hit it pretty close to the center. We aren't that far away. Going up a power setting. Oh my god, that prime is awful. Again, pretty good. But of course, we're really close. I'm gonna go for the highest power setting, and I'm gonna go back a little ways. I hate that prime. Alright, we're a bit further back. That goes still on the dot. I think we hit the target. I think that bounced back and hit the I think that hit the camera too. That wasn't the best showing of how much these suck, because I only shot it like 3 times, but trust me, these darts suck. Now firing X-Shot Pro darts, lowest power setting. Oh, that didn't feel good. That felt like a jam. You know what? Let's prime it again. It can do it. Yeah. Honestly, I can't tell when this prime is working and when it's not working. Okay. My plan was to shoot 4 of each, but 4 on each power setting, but I guess that's 5. Moving up to the next power setting, I guess, and we'll step back a little bit. Kind of shooting a little lower these darts. If I aim up a little more. Again, these sights do absolutely nothing. And now to the highest power setting. And that sucked. I never want to fire this blaster again. I don't want to fire this ever again. This prime is the worst I've ever felt. Really not smooth at all. I'll be keeping the magazine, and honestly it deserves worse than that. There. It's right down there. I bet that looks really pathetic on video. Now, just for the heck of it, after I made sure I didn't break the thing by trying to stomp on it, we're just going to shoot it that way and see how far away the dart goes, because why not? I don't know what else to do. It'll fill up space. I mean, it works. So we're about here. This is assuming I can actually find the dart. I've lost a couple other darts shooting it out here. That's what happened most of the rest. Is that it? Nope. That's the remains of a waffle head dart. There it is. So we were here, and it was back there. I mean, I guess that's all right. I was about to go film the outro when I noticed, after that, the dart has started to fall apart. The glue holding the head on detached. So my point stands about these falling apart and being weak darts. Oh well. Now here's the thing. The siren maulr does exist. It costs $40. It does have some of the best performance from what's on shelf. It does suck. It has the worst ergonomics ever, and I got bit by a mosquito. But either way, you may have this little, like, thing. Almost impossible to prime. I forgot it was loaded. I just broke that rule. Yeah. But there's something better out there. And it also costs a very similar price. I'm talking about my favorite blaster, the X-Shot Long Shot. 15 dart capacity. that it comes with. That magazine kind of sucks, but it does come with a higher capacity mag. You could put in a full-length dart mag. You could shoot full-length and half darts. It's got much better ergonomics. I can actually put a scope on it, and it works. There's probably a scope that works on that. I just don't have it. It came with a scar. I don't have the scar that came on it, but it came with one, and you can put one on it. Unlike this, which has this little piece of plastic, which apparently you can remove and install a scar. Again, why did they even put that on there at that point? Pretty much stupid. You can mod this really easily and make it about as powerful as the maulr. I bought this one for a couple bucks at a flea market too, by the way. There is a bit of an issue with this one, but like, nothing comes close to this when you're using a siren blaster. This is garbage. This is near perfection. And best part, they're coming out with a new one of these that shoots 200 feet, the claimed range of this one. Again, distance doesn't equal velocity, but it's close enough for those just looking at the numbers on the box. The long shot 2 is certainly going to be a lot better than this. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll buy it. But this sucks. Now, when I got this thing, I expected it to suck. I heard it sucked. And it was even worse than I thought. A terrible boxy grip, which is incredibly uncomfortable. That is literally just shaped like a rectangle. That's not ergonomic at all, and it doesn't like shape or anything. It just goes rectangles. Like, yeah, there. It's just a big block. And it's got these sharp corners that hurt. The worst trigger ever, like one of the worst triggers I've felt. It's not smooth at all. This grip is only about this long. I added like an inch or two onto this to make it usable. Because it was just way too small. These sights are pretty terrible. I mean, it's slightly better than the sights that come with like the Aeon Pro and other blasters like that. But I mean, it still sucks. The stock, it's awful. The performance, it's alright. But the prime being that difficult to use, and just remember, avoid this. No matter what the price is. I got this thing for like, I don't know, what was it, like $1 or something at a flea market, because the last people hated it too. Everyone hates this. It's terrible. I understand you might be able to find someone who enjoys this, but that's not, just don't buy them it. If you're looking for a half-dart blaster that's like this, but like actually worth it, get a long shot, or the long shot 2 that comes out like next month, and it's also like 40 bucks, same price as that. I don't want to touch this blaster ever again. I don't even want to see this again. I'm not gonna get rid of it, but like, it's just awful. That's it.